Welcome to Trading Lounge and the ASX 200, and on the daily chart here we're looking at the progression of wave 4 here, of intermediate wave 4, and we know wave 4s can be a little bit complicated, as we can see in this previous wave 4 here, but at this stage here we will still be looking at it as a pretty much simple sort of ABC correction here. So we're still looking for further downside here. It might get a bit sticky towards this 5,800 here, but once that's completed here, in line with the US markets in their wave countdown as well, then we'll be looking at an ABC pattern back up through to here, and then we'll be looking at a 5-wave structure coming into play here. When we do get to this point here though, is that we will be looking for it to be ending at this stage, but just remember that wave 4s can get a bit more complicated than this as well, so we may end up in a triangle pattern as such. So if we were in a triangle pattern here, then we would need to look at this as all of this is the A wave here, a B wave coming back up into here, a C wave coming down here in 3, so we're starting to get that triangle sort of pattern in here. I don't know if that's going to occur, but it's certainly something that we need to look at as this moves on. It may not be the case, but it would be an A, a B, a C, a D, and an E here for wave 4 to be over in this space over here. So that's quite possible as well. We just don't know until it unfolds as such. So we can only look at it step by step. But at this stage here, we're simply just looking at an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave here. So on the 4-hour chart here. The other thing that's sort of worth pointing out here too is that even though that the ASX market here topped out here when the US markets topped out pretty much over at this point here. So this is a bit more in line with some of the European markets, not all of them. And what I normally sort of find is that when the US market, or when markets start acting in a volatile sort of manner, they all do, and then what happens is that they all sort of tune into wherever they are. They sort of tune into that particular wave count at that particular time. So, in the European market, in the US market, all of them have got this fast move down through here. So we can pretty much count all of these the same here. So they're kind of all tuned in to a point, and we need to just be mindful of that, because they'll all sort of turn together, where before they didn't turn together, but now they'll start to do that. This is a bit of an alternative count here in this one. I just wanted to point this out. From this wave 2 here, it can be counted as this is wave 1 and 2 here, then 3 here, then 4 here, and then down for 5 here for the 3rd wave, and then back for the 4th wave, and then down for the 5th wave. Now, the other count that we've got is this blue wave 3 here is already in place over here. This blue wave 4 here is already where the green one is. So, in a nutshell, this wave 5 here will be in this last leg here. So, but I just want to keep this here and just work through it until I know differently. But our primary count here coming in here is really in line with the US markets, and this count here would have this as wave 2 here, the same as before, and then 1 and 2 and 3 here, ABC here for the 4th, and then a very sort of short 5th wave here for the 3rd wave here. And it does count as 5 waves down here. We looked at that on the tick chart last time. And then we're looking at an A and a B and a C wave here. This could also be counted slightly differently too, with wave 4 over here as well. But whichever way I look at it, we still have further to come down through here. So once the 5.8 has been retested as a retested resistance, which is looking like it now, then we'll see this drop down through here. So as I can count it so far, we've got wave 1 here, wave 2 here, then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for the third, the fourth and the fifth wave here. So we could be coming down to the 5700 or at the lowest 5650 here in this particular instance here. But we wouldn't do, well, you shouldn't be doing any long trades while the market is under the 5800 here, which is a minor level, but 8 is a very important number here. So on the tick chart here for trading purposes, we're looking at this in also a slightly different way as well. So I'm looking at this wave 4 up here, wave 1 here, wave 2 here, then wave 1 and 2 here. So we're coming down for the third wave here. Okay, so that's upside down there. So that can be put up here, so to speak. So from wave 2 here, we can look at this as wave 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for the third wave, fourth wave back here, and a fifth wave here. I can't draw on this side of the price, over this to the right-hand side of the price, so we've just got to see what we've got here. So we're looking for yet another sort of retest for this wave 4 and then this wave 5 to move down through here. So we've still got further to go down. We've still got you know, all trends have got a beginning, a middle and an end, and you can see that the beginning here is this building process here, and now we're entering into the middle of the trend, and then the later part of the trend down here will basically look like this here. So we can kind of, you know, grab this picture here and flip it over onto its head down here, and that's what we'll get over here. So yeah, we're still in that bearish mode, and obviously the banking sector's got a lot to do with this as well, of course. So when we look at, I'll just go to a different chart now. This is a daily chart for the XXJ, so the banking sector as such, and a daily chart. So from the top here, I was looking at this as an A and a B and a C wave here for the A wave. And the A wave was quite complicated, so the B wave has turned out quite simple, but it's definitely in 3 waves here. And then we need to look at this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here for wave 1, A, B, C for 2 here. And from wave 2 here, we're looking at the third wave coming down. So we're looking at the third wave being quite powerful, which it is through here. So we've looked at this as 1 and 2 in here, and 3 down to here. So wave 4's in play, and then down for wave 5 for wave 3 here, okay? And then this wave 4 will play out here, and then this wave 5 here of C will play out here. So we've kind of at the end of you know, of this particular little trend coming down through here. So I tried to short the banks, but basically we got sort of caught quite low here. So we tried to get out, you know, at break even within here, so we wouldn't get sort of caught in the rallies. But there is still further to go down here if you are short. This is just obviously a general picture of the banks as such. So you need to take each one individually. So yeah, okay, so we're breaking lower through here now. Yeah, alrighty, so expect more bearishness to come in on the Friday, which will probably follow through on the Monday here as well, because there's still a fair bit more of this trend to go. So there's 3 wave 4 to come back. It may retest the 5.8. It may, depending on how far this comes down here, it may just retest group 2 here, 65, 72 and 80, and then move down into wave 3 here, and then we've got sort of a laborious wave 4 sort of rally here, and then wave 5 to come in play through here. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.